Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of The Grandstand here on the Hot Picture Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, AR the Hot Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to do something a little bit different. I am using a different audio setup for today, so hopefully it comes through okay. And for this episode, we're also going to talk about leftist echo chambers, like Reddit specifically, are the worst places on Earth, pretty much, for anybody that's not a left-wing piece of shit turd burglar, because they are a bunch of scumbags, legitimately. And the problem with a lot of these fucking people is they want to act like they're moral superior and stuff like that, when in reality, they actually are what they're talking about in those places. When they talk about Nazism or whatever the case be, it's always them. They're the ones doing the Nazi shit, dude. So, yeah, it's just a bunch of fucking goddamn fools, is what it is, dude. And specifically, we're going to talk about one post that I ended up yanking off of our Ohio earlier, which was this bunch of stupid bullshit right here. Oh, sorry. My audio, or yeah, my screen cap is not working correct apparently. So we're gonna go ahead and just find that post again. Yeah, let me see here now. Okay, so it would be, hopefully this comes up again proper way then. It would be this stupid bullshit right here from our Ohio. And it was a bunch of leftist twats basically making a fucking 5-year-old little uh, copy and paste anagram there with the actual state of Ohio saying, I don't know about y'all, but a few drag queens with books is far less offensive than a small army of mall security guards showing up with rifles engraved with swastikas. And what's interesting is, if you notice, the little guy they have with the fucking rifle there is wearing a Proud Boys hat, which don't even exist, by the way, number one. And number two, the Proud Boys are not Nazis. What's funny, actually, in this picture here, with it being, supposedly a drag queen on one side and then a random dude with the swastika face cover on the other one, it's the same fucking person, dude. Legitimately. And what's even more retarded about the whole thing is it shows multiple things here with these pictures, because they're talking about rifles, yet they have a dude who appears to have some kind of a retarded ass shotgun with a suppressor on it. And it's like, this is the problem with leftists in a nutshell, dude. They know nothing about firearms. They know nothing about life. They know nothing about fucking anything. They know nothing about world history. They know nothing about anything outside of their fucking leftist ass, pea brain, indoctrinated garbage, is what it is, dude. And that's why I'm so fucking sick and tired of it, man, because it's just a bunch of ass clowns, dude. It's a bunch of fucking. It's a bunch. I'm gonna say, look at this, dude. It's a bunch of fucking child molesting pedophiles who want to sit there and rape fucking children, and then keep pushing this drag story hour bullshit all the fucking time down everybody's goddamn throats, so they can get away with raping kids, dude. That's what the end of the game is for these fucking people, dude. They're a bunch of sick fuckers, and then they want to sit there and act like they're some kind of moral superior and not a fucking bunch of actual Nazi, modern day fucking Nazis and modern day fucking fascists that they are, is what it is, dude. That's why they call themselves Antifa, even though they actually are the fascist fucks in 2023 right now, is what it is, dude. Legitimately. So, yeah, I've just had it with these fuckers, is what it is, dude. All the way around. Because they are complete fucking scumbags. And they are 100% the fucking problem in this country's history right now, dude. And then you got everybody basically jerking each other off, talking about Nazis suck. I hate Ohio Nazis. Ohio Nazis are shit. I hate all Nazis. Nazis this, Nazis that. Da, da, da. It's like, y'all are fucking Nazis, you idiot. You guys are the fucking Nazis you're talking about. Look in the goddamn mirror, you fucking morons. Like, that's what it is. And what's even more fucking retarded here is, even on the rules, this breaks their own fucking rule set right here. No bigotry or offensive content. How is this not both, dude? It's bigotry and it's offensive content. So how the hell is it not breaking the damn rules right there, dude? And the fact that it has almost 5,000 upvotes, it proves one thing, and it proves that Reddit itself is allowing shit like this to go on, dude. Yet meanwhile, y'all might remember the Donald subreddit from a few years ago there? They fucking bastardized Trump's subreddit off that site, dude. And fucked with it so hard that it had to be literally removed from the site. Because that's what they fucking are, dude. They're a bunch of little pea-brained pieces of shit is what it is, dude. That don't give a fuck about having actual discourse of any kind. And just want to sit there and have their little fucking powwow of fucking actual retardation is what it is, dude. That are actual Nazism is what it is, man. Or actual fascism, or actual terrorism, whatever the fuck it is, dude. It's just fucking ridiculous what it is, man. I'm gonna go ahead and actually report this shit for that matter on here, and I guarantee it's not gonna do anything, but I'm gonna report it anyway, dude, because it breaks their own fucking rules, legitimately. Let's see here: harassment, threatening violence, hate, sharing personal info, whatever, transaction, impersonation, copyright, self-harm, suicide, um. Hmm. I think it would actually fit multiples of these. That's the problem. Like, it fits multiple things here because it fits, sexual relation of minors, but also fits like threatening violence and harassment. I guess we would say. Actually, I'll just do it as it breaks the rules because it does break the rules on that one, dude. Yeah, it breaks the rules. Breaks rules. Let's see. It breaks Reddit rules because there are more. Let's see here. No, yeah, there we go. No bigotry and everything else. So yeah, it actually breaks the rules legitimately there. So submit. Don't really care about that either way. But that's the thing. I guarantee they're not gonna do anything about that, dude. And the biggest thing is, it's like you're actively involving that shit, and yet Reddit itself, it makes sense that Reddit itself would be okay with that, dude. Because again, when you have these fuckers who are perfectly okay with allowing left wing hate on their site because the dude who was one of the creators of the company is a left wing fucking cunt, it makes sense why you'd let them have their shit on there, dude. And again, all going back to what I said in the last episode, all this kind of shit does is lead to fucking actual Second American Revolution in this country, dude, and lead to Second American Civil Wars and stuff like that. Is what it'll be, and it will be technically a civil war that will lead to a revolution eventually. Is what will happen, and it's all because you're having these douchebags sit there and fucking circle jerk each other in some actual bullshit ass little uh internet ether kind of thing is what it is. And yet, meanwhile, if you actually did things the correct way, instead of making fucking stupid echo chambers and stuff like that, you would do things how they need to be done and allow for better implementation of an actual discourse is what it is, dude. Because the thing, these people that's the real problem though, is that these individuals, these leftist people like that are making that kind of shit, dude, they don't want to have an actual discourse with you. They never did. They want to sit there and kill you, is what it is, dude. They want you dead. Legitimately. And that's why I'm so fucking sick and tired of it, because all it is it's a bunch of bullshit, dude. It's them acting like they have any kind of moral superiority, acting like they have any kind of moral authority at all, or anything like that, dude, for that matter, when they are some of the most soulless, degenerate fucking scumbags on earth, is what it is, dude. So, yeah, I'm just fed up with all of it, is what it is. And I've personally just had it with these people, is what it ends up coming down to being. So, needless to say, I think it's absolute bullshit. The fact that Reddit's allowed it to stay up there for X amount of time is absolutely ridiculous, is what it is. Because you're actually breaking the rules of your own subreddit, not to mention the actual, I'm pretty sure, terms of service of Reddit as well, for that matter, with that kind of shit. So, who knows, man? It's only a matter of time, though, I think, before these people finally learn and finally will, you know, learn the hard way what real survival is going to look like in this country. And I'm saying that legitimately from a perspective of, I think we're heading towards a second Great Depression right now. And if it's not a second American Civil War, it's going to be a second Great Depression, and these people will basically get their asses kicked in bread lines and stuff like that in the future, dude, because you're gonna have some dumbass be like, "My preferred gender pronouns are," and you have to be like, "Shut the fuck up, Karen." And then they're gonna like shove the person all the way to the back of the bread line. Eventually, it's gonna happen there, if not just out of the bread line entirely, is what it'll be. So, but yeah, needless to say, it'll be funny, and it'll definitely be a situation where eventually the problems will solve themselves. It's just a matter of time before it happens, is all. And I think sadly a lot of us are just waiting for that time right now, because we're all kind of sick and tired of it. And speaking of being sick and tired of other things for that matter, there was something else that actually popped up last night, which was I guess Rick Steiner had a encounter with another wrestler named Giselle Shaw. And I guess Shaw apparently works for what used to be TNA slash Impact Wrestling now. And I did not know this. Giselle Shaw is apparently transgender, and they were at WrestleCon with Rick Steiner, and supposedly claimed that Rick went on a whole like quote unquote transphobic tirade against them and everything like that. And what's absolute bullshit about the whole thing is that, from my understanding, there was actual people in the line there who saw the whole encounter go down. And we're actually going to grab up the TMZ article here for it, which was this whole thing right here, which was Impact Wrestling's Giselle Shaw claims Rick Steiner went on transphobic rant. But as they said, Steiner, or people were saying that Rick Steiner was basically sitting at a table, and you had Shaw come up to him and whisper something in his ear, and it wasn't until after whatever they whispered in Rick's ear that Rick was like, "Get the fuck out of here, dude," etc., etc. So I'm seriously wondering if it wasn't Shaw, just like most of these leftist people that'll pull shit like that. If it wasn't Giselle Shaw basically punching up because nobody knows who the fuck they are, is what it is, dude. That's the thing. Until about a month ago or so, until I actually looked back into Impact Wrestling in the last month or so, is what it was. I had no fucking clue who this Giselle Shaw person was, and I just like saw them originally on there, and I'm like, oh, it's just another fucking chick wrestler that has like very little talent, is what it is. Because that's the one thing when you look at a lot of those people that work for Impact anymore, dude. It really is a lot of chicks that don't really have a whole lot of talent, that they would go work for other companies that are bigger and stuff like that, like an AEW or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, so it's some chick that's like, not that great of talented or whatever the case be, and what have you. And then it was a whole thing like that. And I assume that's what it basically was at the end of the day. And I was kind of half right apparently, because it turns out they're actually like a trans woman, I guess. And yeah, it's just very interesting to me how you had them basically try to like punch up and make the whole thing out of this whole thing, probably starting the whole thing would be my guess right now, to basically make a bigger name for themselves. And what did you have WrestleCon where this whole thing happened at do? They've now banned Rick Steiner for life, it seems like, from the whole situation, which is absolute bullshit, dude. And this is exactly why I think a lot of people in this country, myself included, are just so sick and tired of this protected class bullshit that is the transgenderism crap, dude. Because it's people who are starting situations, starting shit with other people, and then acting like they're the fucking victim. It goes back to that one great meme from a while ago where it's the person like, having the boot hit him in the head or whatever. And then it turns out when you do like the pan out of the camera range or something, it's them with the boot in their hand in the boot, like smacking themselves in the head. And that's pretty much what it is with the Giselle Shaw situation, I believe, dude. It's them starting shit or whatever with Rick Steiner, and then turning around and being like, "No, but I'm the victim here," and it's like, "You ain't the victim of shit, motherfucker. I don't believe a damn word coming out of your mouth." And I believe 100% that Rick Steiner is in the right 100% of the time here, is what it is, dude. Because if what proves to be true is the case, and there was people in that line that potentially have video evidence of Shaw walking up to Steiner and starting shit or whatever, dude, then yeah, WrestleCon needs to not only give Rick Steiner an apology, and to give him a fuck ton of money, is what it is, dude. And honestly, Rick Steiner, if he was smart right now, would start suing the shit out of that place and the promoter people behind it, is what it is, dude. Because it's absolute crap entirely. And I think that's what it is. I think a lot of people are just fucking over it, man. And we have a right to be at this point because again, it's just like when is enough enough, basically. And I feel like we're definitely heading towards that time period of history right now where it's just like at some point things are about to get real fucked up, man. And I think we're definitely heading down that very, very slippery slope right now to something bad happening. So, but anyway, that's pretty much where we're at for the day. I just really wanted to come on here for a few minutes and see if this new setup works. If it does, I might just film like this for a while, off and on. That way I don't have to go in the bedroom and get the mic or anything like that. But if it sounds like less or it sounds like lower quality or whatever, let me know. Um, Other than that, that's pretty much where we're at for the day. I'm about to go do some gaming stuff here. About 5 minutes from now, we got a new thing coming down the pipe for our latest column that we're gonna take. So gonna try to get some stuff from that and hopefully some decent Ruby sets and stuff like that. So, but anyway, like I said though, I think it's absolutely crap. I think it's a bunch of shit all the way around, and I stand by Rick Steiner at this point in the situation from everything I've heard. I think the problem is a lot of people won't stand by him because they haven't heard the same things I have, and that's why I'm trying to get this information out there right now. Is there was definitely involvement between Shaw going up to Steiner and saying stuff before Steiner actually went on his whole tirade there. So, never take things at face value, dude, because there's always three sides of the story, right? There's each person's side, and then there's, if there's a camera involved or whatever the case be, there's what the actual story is on the camera, is what it is usually. So it's like a he said, she said, or, he said, whatever it is you want to call it there. And then there's what the actual potential camera footage got or whatever. And depending on how long people were filming for, maybe they got the actual stuff or maybe they didn't. Who knows? But either way, I think it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And to me, it's like if you're gonna have an event like that, dude, and you're gonna sit there and claim it's all inclusive or whatever, maybe I don't know. If people have a problem with each other, keep them fucking separated. Just saying, man. Maybe a good idea to just keep them separated. You know, but to straight up ban someone like that, potentially for life over some shit, is fucking ridiculous, dude. And again, like whatever, like really honestly, if Rick Steiner was smart, he'd fight that shit on free speech grounds. Because again, it's like whatever happened to freedom of speech. So anyway, that's pretty much where we're at for the day, though. Hope you guys enjoy this episode, and I will see you all in the next one.